Hey, what is up? What? There we go. All right, I was just making sure that's on. Um, yeah, sick. We got a little party in here. Uh, okay. First of all, Wavy KB with the 13 months of subscribing. That's pretty tight. Thank you for that. It's very nice of you. Um, yeah. So a lot of you guys sent some music in. I have a lot of tunes to go through. I should probably look. Oh my god. Yeah, I got like 20. I don't even know. You know what? Let's just load them up and get it popping, as they say. Oh, 20, 26? No, 21 songs. Yeah, that's not too bad. We'll get through it. I'm gonna have to move pretty quick. Yeah, it is too late to send music in now, just because I'm probably. I gotta squeeze this all in. But yeah, the whole point of this weekly stream, is for people to, because I get a lot of demos sent. I've had a lot of demos sent to me like over the last year, I guess, since the label's been going 19K. And it's just hard for me to like find the time to like check a song out in a proper way. Like a lot of times I'll just listen on my phone speakers, and it's just kind of, I get the idea, but it's not like proper listening session. So this is a good way for me to just have a weekly listening session of like all the demos everyone's sending in. And I'm going to give you feedback on your songs. So yeah, I'll go through like techniques and like, if your drums aren't punchy enough, I'll go through and be like, all right, here's what you can do to make them punchier. So yeah. Anyway, let's get into it. Also, some of you sent some songs in that did not have download links enabled, so I'm not getting to those today because, yeah, gotta have the download links enabled. Yeah, and then when you name your files, try to put your artist name at the beginning of it. Even though on SoundCloud it says your artist name and all that, the file name is kind of what I'm looking at on this. So, oh yeah, sorry about the ads, but if you subscribe, then I don't think you see the ads. And I have been told that if you have Amazon Prime, then you get a free subscription to something. So, you could use that with this. Anyway, let's check this one out. Time. That's weird. So I name all my files like this now, just the name of the song and then the date. So I was making sure this isn't the song that I just bounced today.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, once again, it is that time.
If you made this song, show yourself in the chat, just because your artist name's not on here.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time.
So right here, I think the hi-hats could be a little louder / compressed, so they fill up the space a little bit better. Overall, you could compress the drums more, like the whole drum group. I'll show you how to do that after we listen to the drop.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time.
I mean, overall, it's a sick vibe for the song. It kind of reminds me of like Rusko Jehovah, like that, those big horns in the background. You know what? Honestly, I think everything about the song is like great, except the drums need to be mixed a little bit better. I can't totally put my finger on it, but here's what I think you could do. I think if you replace the kick with something that has more of a thick transient, so it's a little punchier, I think that would help. And then get those hi-hats a little bit like up front in the mix so that they keep the shuffle going, you know? This is sick though. I like it. I love the whole like laid back vibe of it. Okay, so what I was saying about the drums, like a good way to compress them, this is like what I do whenever I'm like on every one of my songs on the drum group. This is pretty much all I have is glue. And I like the drum full parallel preset of it because I just don't touch the attack, release, or ratio because they're at like the perfect spots for a drum group, I think. And then I just adjust the threshold until it's doing like 5 dB or less of gain reduction, which you can see. This is on the whole song, so it's not totally accurate, but you know, you can get it to like right there, and then mess with the makeup gain until it's at the right spot. Soft clip, I think the soft clip sounds pretty good, so I just half the time I leave it on, half the time I will put something else after this. Sometimes I'll put a tape machine after this, and I like to use the U80 Oxide tape machine, but that's another story. I'll get into that some other time. And then you can adjust the dry wet to like, you know, 50% is parallel compression, which means there's like half and half dry wet signal going on, which just mess with it. Just get it to where it sounds good. Whenever you get a dry wet knob on any plugin, take advantage of that because that's like such a nice thing to have. Actually, every plugin should have a dry wet knob. All right. Deep thoughts for some other time. Cool. So I honestly, if you just beef your drums up, get them sounding a little bit nicer, I think that'll just seal the deal. Like a punchier kick, which means I would just replace the kick sample with like something that has a really thick transient. And then getting the hi-hats to be a little more compressed. And when I say compressed, I mean like just like smush them against a ceiling a little bit so that they fill up more space, if that makes any sense. But yeah, good tune. Nice work. So let's see. Flip Umbrella. This is a Honker honker. Yo, this is sick. I mean, yeah, and it's so close. It's so close to being there. I want to hear the second drop though. I'm gonna stop talking. Once again with the oh, the key to my heart. Once again with the wonks. Yeah, that's tight. Okay. So, for time's sake, I'm gonna get into it right here. So overall, like the whole theme and everything is sick. That's just a banger. Like you've successfully cracked the code of making a banger. I do think there were a couple things in the mix that I really wanted to hear changed, like, or just not totally changed, but just adjusted. First thing being that main bass sound. It's very like just up front in your face. And it feels like it's just a little too loud in the mix. So I think bringing that down a little bit and doing more extreme sidechain compression to your kick and snare will just let it sit in the mix a little bit better and like sound more. It'll sound less like you're trying to just shove this bass sound in our face and more like it's just part of the song and it's like sitting really nice because it's such a sick bass line that I think, yeah, once you get that. Oh, and also, check this out. Soothe. You got to put soothe on it. I'm going to like basically, I'm like a walking billboard for whatever company makes soothe. I don't even know. Oh, OEK Sound. Because it's like the plugin that everyone should have. So yeah, get this plugin, chuck it on your mid-range bass. Like you can put an instance of it on each sound, and you can put it on your group. And basically what it does is it's like a resonance. It's a smart resonance suppressor plugin, and what that means is, watch. So, okay. Oh, this is actually good to watch this with the spectrum analyzer. So you can see on the spectrum analyzer, there's these these resonant spikes that are like, right here, like this kind of stuff. So this plugin just suppresses those, and you can use this EQ curve thing to like tell it where to do it more, where to do it less, and all that. So it's really tight. It makes things less harsh. However, it can color the sound like slightly in a non-ideal way. So I usually hang out around 50% mix, and I adjust the depth until it's like doing however much, gain reduction in these areas that I want it to. So put that on your mid-range bass. Sidechain a little bit harder to it. What else? Oh, I had another one. That part where it goes doom 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 doom. I think it would be cool if you maybe swung it out a little bit and had it be like doom 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 doom. I think that might be a good move there, because the first bass sound is swung out a little bit. Yeah, it is. Yeah, swing that out. You're gonna have to swing the drums in that part for it to match, but it'll sound really sick. But yeah, that's a dope tune. Yeah, you should make those changes and holler when you're done. Wink, wink. If you know what I'm saying. If you catch my drift. If you can smell what I'm cooking. All right, I think I got my point across. Cool. Alex, Portal, Master, Friel. Yo, I am loving this tune. I like this tune so much that I feel bad saying anything over it. By the way, I use a sub pack, but I have it on the floor, and I have it connected to like my headphone output on my audio interface. So it's like such a good way to like listen to this kind of stuff. Highly recommend that setup. If you guys can swing it. Okay, so I do have one thing here, like on the second drop. I mean, this could apply to like the first drop as well. But you have these wobble sounds going, these like wobble, you know, and you have them playing over a sub. So what I would do, especially for this kind of music, is I would put an EQ on all of your mid-range bass stuff that is kind of like this. Like 300 hertz and above or something around there on your mid-range bass stuff so that it doesn't interfere at all with your sub. That way you have a perfectly clean sub that's not... Because when those mid-range bass sounds are going, like on the second drop, it's clashing, and I can feel it in the sub pack. It's like this weird clashing going on of sounds. Oh, well, I guess I should probably turn the EQ off. Might help. It's almost like the sub can't decide what note it's playing. So, yeah, just do that. High pass all your, your mid-range bass. That goes for that detuned. What is that? D square, right? Detuned square wave synth. Yeah. So, and then someone's saying you can saturate your bass to fill up that void. Yeah, so you can, if you saturate your sub, that would be a good way to fill in, like, below this area. And it'll make your song it'll make your song punch. Or it'll just sound, like, thicker, But that's a good one. I like that. That's nice and spaced out. Yeah, I'm really into that. I love like deep dubstep, and I really love like the kind of music that I listen to the most. I would say is like dub reggae. Um, it's just like very delayed out. You could probably hear it in the music I make too. Like I love using a lot of delays and stuff like that, just to give it that spacey feel. Anyway, good tune. Um, yeah, I would actually. I'd love to hear this one. When you make those changes too, because it had my undivided attention. So it's a good one. Anyway, here's this one, Delusion version 2.
Balance is a delusion. You see that? Surely you see. Balance is you see that? Surely you see. Balance is a delusion.
Yo, this is pretty sick too. Oh shit! I just realized my microphone was turned like way down.
I know you're true. You see that?
So okay, I mean overall like the theme of this and everything. This is dope tune. It's a BANGR banger. So the only thing that was bugging me is this. Your mid-range bass has some kind of like reverb or dimension expander or something going on in it that makes it sound, I don't know, for some reason it makes it sound far away. And I just think this bass line would sound really sick if it's more in your face. So, I mean, yeah, you could just, if you have any dimension expander or reverb or delay or whatever, I would just delete all of it and start over on that part. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just a huge fan of like really dry mid-range bass because I think that it just, when you listen to it at like louder volume, okay, yeah, here's why I like it. The drier the sound, the louder volume you can listen to it and like still make out what's going on. So if you have like a ton of reverb on your mid-range bass and you turn it up super loud, it's just going to sound like you're getting washed, you're getting washed. Your ears are getting washed out with like reverb. So that was a long-winded way of saying turn all that shit off on there. Because it's a really sick bass line. And then I also was thinking, okay, I was also thinking you could go a little bit harder with your side chaining to your kick and snare, like exaggerate it a little more. So there's some pumping going on. I think that would sound pretty sick with this song. And yeah, I mean, the only other thing is maybe the kick could have a little bit more low end thump, which is super easy to do. You just throw an EQ on there. You just do one of these little one of these little humdingers on your kick drum, and then just find out, find wherever you want to give it that thump. And you could, I guess what I would do is make it dynamic and then bring it up here. So it's like, it's compressing, but so basically what this does right here, the way I do it is you compress and then you apply makeup gain. So it could be a good way to squeeze a little more really low end out of that kick drum. Yeah, good tune though. Nice work. Okay. Gravitrax, Cosmic Race. Yes, dynamic EQ is a whole ass humdinger. Yo, this is sick. I like this.
Blast on this cosmic race.
Oh, UFO check. Jesus. All right, let's see.
Blast on this cosmic race.
Flying through the cosmos, don't know how to beat the time. Someone wobbled into space, they get hit with the drum in the face. Cruising by without a trace, cruising by without a trace.
Blast on this cosmic race. Blast on this, blast on this. Blast on this, blast on this.
Listen to the horn play.
Blast on this, blast on this. Blast on this cosmic.
Actually, almost got a UFO.
Blast on this, blast on this.
Yo, yeah, that's sick.
Flying through the cosmos, don't know how to beat the time, so I wobbled into space.
The vocal is tight. I really like that.
Without a trace, cruising by without a trace. Cruising by.
Okay, so
Cosmic race.
all right, this is gonna be an easy one because I've been writing a lot of drum and bass. Like, I'd say I've been pushing myself harder writing drum and bass than any other genre. As of like the last month or two. So this is kind of in my wheelhouse right now. It's tight though. I really like it. I think there are just a few mix things that could get some attention. The drums sound good. I do think the drums could come up a little bit in the mix. So also whatever compression you have going on, maybe a little bit more makeup gain would be the move there, just to get them to like pop a little bit harder. They sound sick though. Like, all you really need to do is like either increase the makeup gain on your compressor, or just turn it up.
Blast on this cosmic ray. Blast on this cosmic ray.
The vocals, I think, are a little loud. I think there could be... Oh, there's like a band practicing next door, by the way, in case you're wondering what's happening. Yeah, the what was I saying? Oh yeah, the vocals are a little loud.
Blast on this cosmic ray. Blast on this cosmic ray.
Listen to the horn play.
That could be... I think that vocal, that sample, is a little loud too. I think especially that, just on that sample, you could add some more reverb too, so it sounds like, I don't know, coming from far away, like it would just sound cool going into the horns.
Blast on this cosmic race.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, that's pretty sick. I actually really like that. Yeah, I'd say just fix those things. I don't know. That's really not even that much to fix. Like, it sounds tight. Yeah, fix those things. Holler at your boy. If you know what I'm saying. I don't know why I just like being secretive when I'm asking people if they want to, release their stuff. I think what I'm gonna do, I've been thinking about this lately. A lot of you guys are making some really sick music, and I want to start. I think I want to start putting out like compilations on 19K that are just featured, like showcasing all the new artists that I'm coming upon like this. Because when I was doing the feedback streams for Defire Society, I like kind of, just became friends with a few of the producers in there, and like they're making some really cool music, and we're releasing it on 19K now. So, and since the time of inception of the idea of like, hey, let's put your song out on 19K, like from that time until when the song actually comes out is like kind of a long time, because there's a lot of planning involved, a lot of artwork, blah blah blah, mastering, all that stuff, release schedule, like moving things around, that I think doing a compilation would be a good way to get everyone's music out quickly. So when I'm saying hey, holler, just know that we could potentially be getting a compilation together here to get out soon. Anyway, that's kind of just me thinking out loud. But it's because you guys are making some really cool music. Anyway, Gravitrax, hit me back with the edits. Thank you for the nice email too. I did read it. I just didn't respond because, had a million emails with songs in them to download. Anyway, Suicide Doors. Let's see what we got.
Doors on the foreign import.
It's a head bobber. There's something sticky on the floor. I'm just gonna randomly read some people's messages in here.
Shake that ass, bitch.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like old Liquid Stranger stuff. So, all right, for time's sake here, let's just get into it. So I think my first thing is a little too much reverb on the bass because I just like dry bass. Right there, that sound seems a little too reverbed out, and I think it would be really sick if you just turn the reverb off. You could also add, I feel like you should try adding erosion to some of your mid-range bass because it's such a minimal song that it would provide a nice little fuzz. So toss erosion on there. This is what I do. I do wide noise. I mean, obviously, that's on the whole song, so it sounds like doo-doo, but if you put it on just your bass, it would give it a nice little fuzz. Put it on your subs too. It's kind of like the peekaboo sound. Isn't that crazy? He kind of just, I mean, obviously he's probably not the first person to ever do that, but he kind of pioneered that whole vibe of erosion on your sub, like fuzzy subs. There's something satisfying about a fuzzy sub. So, yeah. What else? Let's turn the erosion off. How about that? Drums could be compressed a little bit. Also, I don't know why I just want to hear a little bit more swing on the drums. Maybe it would be as easy as like turning the grid off and just moving some of your hi-hats around or like slightly shifting them over so it's a tiny bit later. It just sounds a little too like robotic and like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, everyone's asking me for the cue. Here. Let me roll. Oh my God, this is a lot of songs. Roll down the queue here. Okay, we gotta get moving quicker here. I'm gonna be here all night if we're going at this rate. Anyway, good tune. Yeah. Fix them things. Okay. Swiffer sample. Yo, I like this. I put a limiter on it.
Time for music and singing and genetic engineering.
Sub is way too loud. It's tight though. I really like the song. I love the song, but the sub is just definitely too loud. It's like a mountain. It's a mountain over here. Look at that. Look at that thing. That was a monster of a sub. That's at like minus 26 dB. This is over like minus 42. That's like, yeah, you gotta turn your sub down like at least 10 dB, I think. But I think once you do that, it's gonna open up so many doors in the song of like, oh shit, this is sounding like balanced now. So I don't know. I think once you get that, you'll be able to, you know, really look at other minute things to fix. But otherwise, I think it sounds pretty good. Like it's close.
Me and Swiffer are running away from street musicians.
Okay, a little halftime, or not halftime, double time. Okay, so I would take that snare out. I would use a different snare here.
Time for music and singing and genetic engineering.
Yeah, so
From street musicians.
all right, this part.
Sweet madness.
Do you have it playing that bass line? Oh yeah, you do.
From street musicians.
Sweet madness.
So I wonder if here, I don't know. You know what? I don't think you should. I don't think you should be using the same drums as you did on like the halftime part. So I would maybe throw like an almond break or something in there. Well, no, you had an almond break, right? Yeah, right there. What if you just made that whole thing like an almond break, like, and then it turned into a build-up?
Engineering.
Yeah, you should do that. So turn this, instead of having it just do like, you know, that beat with the same drums, take those drums out, use the almond break, turn it into a build-up over here on the second half, and then it goes into this other drop, and then you're, I don't know, then it's kind of cool. It like adds a new section to your song that like spaces it out a little bit. That's just my opinion though. Do whatever you want. But good tune. Quite fun. Stompin', Rev 1. Yo, this should be in a horror movie. This is creepy as hell. Oh, this is such a this is some creepy vocals going on.
So, you know, depending on where you live, certainly that matters. But, you know, if you live in a colder climate, we're talking probably before December.
This is kind of sick though.
In the ground. You don't want to do it too soon.
All right, for time's sake, let's get over to here. you know what? Kudos to you for making a very interesting, different song. It's like such in a league of its own as far as like, what kind of song it is, that I don't think you would need to do too much to change it. Oh, yeah, the only thing I thought was right here, that yeah thing needed a little work, like maybe some reverb or some slight short delay just to space it out a little bit. But oh yeah, I also thought the sub, like the bass line, the sub that's playing should just play the same notes. Like it shouldn't be changing notes at all, because it sounds like it's the wrong notes. But maybe it's just I don't want to hear it doing it. Or you know what else would sound kind of cool is if you just made a really long glide on your sub, so that it took so long to travel between each note that it doesn't sound like it's playing a melody. It sounds more like whoa. Actually, yeah, that would be kind of sick if it was like anyway. It's just my opinion. Good stuff, though. All right, Holy Funk Master. I already like it.
Shit. Okay, here we go. I drew the first pick. Watch Zach be nimble, jumping microphone sticks outside while it's raining. Neighbor snoring in his bed. Next morning, confirmation that this motherfucker's dead. Yo, what happened to Dave? I think he's got my lighter. Paramedics lean in and whisper death by spider. Well, damn, what's next? Buck bomb, bail out. Escaping, escalating up that water spout. Rest in peace, see you later. Me and Mo here hollers from some teeny meeny money. Holographic otters swim away. The bridge is crumbling down. Lil Bo peep sheep safe on London's ground. So now follow me and Humpty. We got a secret to show. Bingo found a little spot. Into the garden we go. Where the ashes come together. Apps and roses a glitch. An astronomical lapse until the beat now switch. Elevated, illustrated regimes and formulated domination. Come and join this team. Drew some blood on this attack, side to side in sync. Link the catalytic antidote to forge this ink. Brilliant, distribute millions. You call it self-sufficient with all the little minions up in mama's little kitchen. No time for error. The FDA's in terror. Inject a secret ingredient to sabotage this letter. Better run while you can. Deploy the knowledge and learn. And keep your eyes wide open now to every turn. Remember, resist. Existence exists within the flow of the electromagnetic kiss. Now realize it already. Now come along this way. United individuality. Now fuck the gray. Cause the blood I drew attention to this. Now back to back.
Yo, this is sick.
Love the spiral now. Switch.
Yeah.
Wicked,
This is
fresh.
cool. This is very different. I do think you could do some more effects on your vocals, like some delay.
Switch.
I don't know, just some kind of weird, effects. Actually, you know what you should use? You know what would be a good thing to use on your vocals is this Manipulator by Polyverse. Just such a cool plugin to like. It has this detune and stereo thing that turns it into like a bunch of voices and yeah, the pitch thing's really cool too. Yeah, I don't know, it's just a good plugin. It's got a lot of nice presets too. I'm not gonna do it because it would be weird to do it on the whole song, but check that out for vocals. Everyone that's using any vocals, it's tight. Yeah, let's see. I mean, I guess not much else I would change in the song. Maybe switch that snare out, though. I don't know why that snare wasn't doing it for me. That might just be my personal taste. But, yeah, maybe switch the snare out for something a little more... I don't know.
Buck bomb, bail out. Escaping, escalating.
Okay, so, like, in here it sounded good.
Phone sticks outside while it's raining. Neighbor snoring in his bed. Sheep safe on London's elevated.
It's wherever it goes into the whole beat with like.
Here we go. Where
Yeah,
the
right
axes
there.
come together at Sheep safe on London's ground. So now follow me and Humpty. We got a secret to show.
Yeah, I don't know why. I would just get rid of that snare. Put a different one in there. All right. So let's go to the next one. Guillotine 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, here for the singing of our national anthem, accompanied by the President's own United States Marine Band, please welcome...
Sub could probably come down a little bit.
The guillotine.
Okay. For time's sake, I'm gonna kind of just like bust through songs pretty quick. So sorry if I'm skipping over anything. Okay, so this song's pretty sick. I do think one thing I'd change is make sure your sub is playing that bass line. Just so it kind of, because it sounds like the sub is just playing one note, and it doesn't totally work with like the rest of the song playing that melody. So try and get your sub to follow that, and I think it'll sound great. I mean, unless my ears are playing tricks on me, I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. Or maybe what needs to happen is your kick comes down a little bit and your sub comes up, so that it's less of the thump of the kick and it's like more of just you're hearing the transient of the kick with the sub. Because it sounds like it goes thump and then the sub is kind of quietly playing in the background. So you could shorten your kick drum sample too, so that it's more of just the transient. Yeah, other than that, maybe some more reverb on your vocals, like the that's singing that melody. Just space it out a little bit. Oh, there we go. The sub's playing the... Yeah, good tune though. I mean, that drop sounded good. The sub was playing that melody, so yeah, nice work. Good stuff. OG Volks, No Name, Whip, E minor, 150 BPM, master, attempt 1, comma, snare change 6_4_21. It's my kind of song title.
You just saved my life.
Boom, bam, baby.
I recognize this.
Boom, 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 baby.
Wait, ignore the snare. I changed it to a shittier one. Haha. Okay. Okay, what's... I think, okay, just real quick. I think the mid-range bass sounds good. I think there's like just the right amount of reverb on it. I also think you could sidechain a little harder to the kick and snare. And you said you changed the snare, so I guess you got another version with another snare. Some more compression on the drums could sound cool, because it does kind of sound like the hi-hats are just like kind of sprinkling in the back. Yeah, so maybe hi-hats could come up slightly, compress the drums a little bit more, do the thing, whatever I was doing with the full parallel glue, and then, yeah, I don't know. I mean, other than that, I think you'll be in business. You have a SLAPR slapper here. Oh, that was not funny at all. So, nice work though. Anywho, oh, is this the one? Did you say that you tried to master it or something? Pretty sure this was yours, where you were like, here's my attempt at mastering, here's the pre-master. Yeah, I'm gonna do it, like, I need to do some mastering, like, on live stream, so I can show you guys how I master stuff. And I'm also gonna be like, I'm mastering a lot of the music, or I will be mastering a lot of the music coming out on 19K soon. So I'll just do that on live stream so you guys can like see how I do it. Because it's really, yeah, it's not that hard. It's just about how your setup sounds and if you're used to it and all that. Okay, what do we got here? Dirt Monkey demo. Hopefully this person's artist name is not Dirt Monkey and their song is named Demo. Too late for feedback? Yes, it's too late. I didn't get to all the emails too. I'm gonna have to like save those for next week. This sounds like the first song, right? Am I right? Was that the first song? Flip Presley? Yeah. Oh. Okay. So since this is your second song in here, I'm gonna go quick because we already did one of your songs. Same feedback I would say too. That mid-range bass is a little too in your face. Push it back a little bit in the same way I described with the other one. Also, do you have a separate sub? If you do, then you should replace it with an operator sub. I'm going to drop something in the chat here. Wait, hold up. I'm going to give you guys this because this is just my go-to sub. Getting rid of that. Dirt Monkeys. Really nice sub. I'm going to put this in my Dropbox just so you guys have a link. And then I'm going to drop it in the chat. If you have camel fat, here you go. If you have camel fat, then that's the only plug. Oh, and then this thing right here, M oscilloscope. This is just to show you like what the wave looks like, you know, the waveform, as if you were to bounce it. So I got this whole thing. Oh wait, shit. Here's what you gotta do though. There's a pitch envelope that makes it go like. So it's kind of set up to be like more of an 808 kick type thing. If you want to make it more just play along with a bass line, turn the releases down of A and B. C and D aren't even on. I feel like I should give you... All right, hold up. Don't download that one. Download this one. This is Dirt Monkey's really, really nice sub. Sorry. You'll see why I did this though. Yeah, it's just operator. It's just like an operator preset that I made, and I basically just got it from a Mr. Bill tutorial. So thank Mr. Bill for being the, you know, one to think of that. Yeah, anyway, back to what I was talking about. Replace your sub with that sub. It's just a dank, super dank sub. And then I think you'll be good. Sap Blast full con edit. I'll be doing that too. Like, I'll just, if something comes up, I can just give you guys little Ableton instrument or audio effect tracks, which is kind of cool. So it sounds to me like everything in the song needs to be turned down. Because the kick is distorting. Yeah, okay, so here's what I got for this, real quick. I mean, you just got to turn everything down because everything's kind of distorting. That will just give everything a little bit more room in the mix. And then I feel like the kick drum is a little too, like, thwappy. It needs to be a little more punchy so that you can feel it, because right now it's just like a... I can't even... It's like a... This band next to me is doing like classic rock, but it sounds really good. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Yeah, they're really good. Someday maybe I should just live stream and we just listen to them. Anyway, shout out to whoever the band is next door. But yeah, I think if you just turn... The main thing with this song is turning everything down. Then you can start to address what's actually going on. Which is something that I always have to do too, so... Anyway, here we go. Hell if I know. 3. Yo, you know what this reminds me of? This kind of reminds me of like old Benga stuff. I dig this. I do think the sub is way too loud though. You gotta turn that sub down. You could compress the drums a little bit more than they are now. And a little bit more reverb, like decay on the snare. So if you have a reverb on there, just turn the decay time up a little bit. Maybe some delay on the piano too. That kick is super thumpy. Some gain automation so this isn't louder than like the drop would be good too. Yeah, I like it. Just it needs to be a little wetter. Like usually I say the opposite for the bass, but for that like some either delay or reverb on there just to, I don't know, have it fill up some more space and sound a little more like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Juice it up a little bit with some reverb. Good tune though. Yeesh. Antisocial. So the sub is also super loud in this song. Yeah, this is tight. It's kind of what I was talking about earlier, that peekaboo style of sound. Yeah, sub is just a little too loud. I mean, you can see right here, it's a big mountain of bass. I don't even think you'd need to fill in this area because it sounds cool with the fuzz going. Yeah. What do we got on the second drop? Yeah, I mean the drums sound good, nice and punchy. I would just start by turning the sub down and then going from there. Oh, Honkers and Wonkers, Diesel, shortened. I can tell you right now that sound needs some soothe on it. I see what you're going for, but that sound is pretty harsh. Okay. So there's a lot going on in this song. That chopper kind of sound, that's kind of it's just taking up too much of the mix, and it's distracting from like all the bassline stuff that's going on. So I would just like EQ that so that it's very, very high pass, like, I don't know, 4,000 hertz and above. So it's more of like a high end kind of thing going on, and just use it sparingly. Like, don't have it on the whole drop. The drums seem to be a little out of whack to me. Like the kick needs to be a lot more prominent. You know, the hi-hats are they're keeping the movement going, but they might be a little too up there in the mix. Maybe turn them down a little bit, bring the kick up. Snare could also cut through everything a little bit better. So sidechain compression would be a good way to like make room for the snare to cut through. Especially putting that on your hi-hats would be probably a good move, because it would let the snare cut through. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got for that one. Oh yeah, that first sound would definitely benefit from Soothe. So everybody, go get Soothe 2. Put it on all your mid-range bass. Put it on everything. Put it on every single track of your song. And yeah, it'll sound very nice. Jabs, Underground. Oh, somebody's saying Soothe 2 is on sale right now. Now's the time. Tune. A few things I got. The snare seems to be sitting back, like back a little too far in the mix. Side chaining would definitely help that. Okay, someone is talking about what I use to sidechain. Now would be a good time for me to explain that. Duck by Devious Machines is my sidechaining plugin of choice. So this guy right here. It's pretty cheap too. Yeah, I'll let you figure out how to use it. But it's just a great ducking plugin. Make sure you turn this to 100%. You can adjust the curve. I like doing something like this, and using this to sidechain to my kick and snare, because it gives you a little split second of like full ducking so that the whole drum can come through. It's the shit. Yeah, looks like some of you like to use it. There are no clicks either. Your days of clicks are gone when you get duck. Yeah, so sidechain a little bit harder, let that snare come through. Oh, also that first sound that's detuned sounding, make sure you test that in mono, because that could lead to issues where like it sounds cool on stereo, but when you listen in mono, it completely disappears because of like phasing. So throw utility on there like this, turn it on mono, then listen. We'll do it right here. Okay, so you see how it sounds way different than the other sound that's just one voice? Gotta fix that. Maybe ease off on the detuning. Instead of detuning with voices, do it with oscillators and have your oscillators be like one of them's, I don't know, 30 cents up, the other one's 30 cents down. They're both square waves and they're just interacting with each other in a detuning way, but not spreading out. That's a good move for that. Yeah, that's all I got for that one. All right, wait. Proto Master 1. What does that mean? Proto Master. Sounds like a. It sounds like the name of a transformer. Hello, I am Proto Master 1.
Wait a minute now.
Oh, Proto Hype Mastered. Okay. Shout out Proto Hype. So I think those mid-range bass sounds, I think I could use some soothe for sure. Just on the mid-range bass sounds. You could put it on your drums too, especially on the hi-hats, because the hi-hats they're a little harsh. And then your drums, I don't know if it's your drums or just your kick seems a little bit over-compressed. Like it's lost its punch. But it sounds like it had some punch at one point in time. Yeah, I would just maybe ease off on compression on your kick / drum groove.
Wait a minute.
See how there's some harshness though going on when your mid-range bass sounds and your hi-hats are playing at the same time? Like, let's see what Soothe 2 would do. Just for shit.
Wait a minute.
Look at all that. Watch when I turn it off. So, go get Soothe. It'll make your song sound way better. That goes for everybody. It'll make all of our songs sound better. I think Mr. Bill has said this before, but Ableton should make Soothe like a native plugin. I think that would be so sick if it was in Audio Effects. Also, Ableton needs a dynamic EQ. Please. If anybody here works for Ableton. Actually, you know what? Oh no, I wonder if I know anyone that works at Ableton. It'd be cool to like talk to them and give them some, I don't know, requests. The queue. People are asking about the queue. We got 4 songs left. Okay. If we get through these 4 songs and it's not 8 o'clock yet, I will go download a few others and we'll get to them. Swamp Stomp.
I wouldn't take a job with that.
Yo, this is tight. Here's what I got. Here's what I got. I mean, I wouldn't change too much, but on the first drop, that horn thing or whatever that's happening like before the drop and right when it happens.
I wouldn't take a job with that.
Boom, boom. So you either need to like do a little high pass EQ on there to keep it from interfering with the low end stuff, or duck it, or do both. Actually, I would do both. There you go. Just so that bass line can punch through and like not be held back by anything. Those mid-range bass sounds could like come down a slight bit too, because I don't know, it's just a little too in your face. So yeah, maybe turn that down a tiny bit. Yeah, I don't know. Other than that, sounds pretty good to me. Moving on. Okay, what do we got going on here? Cool customer. Can you play the second song first? Sure, let's do it.
I take 'em back like. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We don't give a.
Yes. Yes. Yo, this is so sick.
Here we go.
I agree. You need to be put in timeout for this one. I love this. This is so cool. Nice work. This totally reminds me of like, oh, you know what it reminds me of? Sunday Crunk Mepjus remix. It's got the Ivy Lab
I take 'em
Mepjus
back
vibe.
like.
So here's, all right. First of all, let's talk after this. I think I kind of real quick listened to both of these before I downloaded them, and that's why I downloaded both, because I knew they were going to be cool. All right, let's get into it though. I got some things that I want to hear fixed that would make it sound, it would take it to the next level, I think. So the mid-range bass stuff sounds a little too distorted to me. I think if this song had more, was able to breathe a little bit more and have some more dynamics, it would just be fucking sick. So, I don't know what you got going on your mastering chain, or how loud everything is in the mix, but it could be a matter of turning everything down in the mix. Looking at like what kind of distortion or saturation you got going on in your mid-range bass and just easing off on that. And maybe I feel like you could add a little bit of OTT to your whole mid-range bass group. And then here's what I would do. Let me demonstrate how I would apply OTT. First of all, I'll get the X for OTT. It's way, way better than Ableton's. It just sounds way better, I think. I turn both of these down quite a bit. 20%. Bring the time over here. Basically, the shorter the... the smaller the percentage is like a faster time, so the compressor works faster, the farther towards 0% you get. Up to 1,000%, it's just not even able to like come back and do its thing again. Does that make any sense? Anywho. Yeah, once you get the time dialed and all that, you can adjust these as well. Like, you know, this would be like compressing it more and this would be expanding it more. But I find that you don't really need to mess with these too much. The only thing I have to do is like compress the low end more when I'm doing mid-range bass stuff. So try this kind of setting and then adjust your depth to where like you're listening to so you're listening to just the mid-range bass and you have all your settings set. Turn the depth all the way to 0 and just let it loop, and then slowly turn the depth up to figure out the sweet spot of like where it's sounding good, because this will just like push those sounds to the front of the mix, and yeah, you'll be in business. But this is a really cool song. Yeah, make those changes, holler, let's figure something out, because I really like that. Damn, you guys are making some good music. Okay. I'm going to make an exception because I like that song so much, and we're going to listen to your second song. Because we can. Because there are no rules. Except for making your song downloadable. That's the only rule. Do I think OTT gives a tinny sound sometimes? Ableton's OTT does. I don't think that one does. If you use that right, it doesn't have a tinny sound. Just look up Xfer OTT. It's a free download on Xfer's website. This is just sick. I don't think I would change anything on this. But I'm gonna let it play. I think my wife and child are coming in too. They're gonna join us. Yeah, I love all the reverb, all the spatial things going on. It's kind of mixed perfectly too, like the sub is at a perfect level. Alright, cool, yeah. Hit me up on Twitter. I got nothing. That's just a great song. Nice work. Let's talk after this.
Acting like you own, acting like you own, acting like you own, acting like you own, acting like you own.
Oh, actually, I'll say one thing. If you, I would just like make the first song we listened to of yours, Cool Customer song, make the first one sound more like the second one as far as the mix goes. because the mix is very balanced and not distorting in the first one. So, or no, in the second one. So yeah, just you know what to do.
Acting like you own, 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 acting like you own.
Okay, so this is a cool song, cool concept. That was pretty funny. The sub is definitely a little too loud. Well, look. I mean, it's kind of cool. I see the effect you're going for. But if I tried to turn this up really loud in my truck, which has like the worst sound system of all time ever, it wouldn't sound right. Yo, if any of you have AirPods, that's actually a really good thing to spend a little time mixing your song on. AirPods or like the speakers from your computer. So during that middle part, if you just took the yeah, right here where it's like a build up, if you just got rid of the sub and had it be like just a kick drum, it would create more like impact here when it drops. So that's just a thought. Yeah, I think turning your sub down could be a good way to just like get it sounding more balanced and all that. Yeah. Sweet. Well, maybe I should go through my emails here and see if I could grab a couple more songs since we have a little bit more time. Oh, geez. Okay. Where are we going here? I think... oh, yeah. A handful of you sent me songs. I'll just get to them one by one here. Let's do this one. Okay, Suburban Poor ID. I'm gonna load it up in the old Ableton. Yeah, I might have time to get to like one or two more here, but I like this percussion so far. Whatever that melody is, putting that flute thing, you could put some soothe on for sure. Because you can see these like peaks right here. This is what's causing that harshness. Soothe will fix that. Also, apparently it's on sale. I mean, this song is definitely there. It's got the whole, it's got a good theme. I think you could sidechain a little harder to your snare to let it cut through. And I also think, what else? I think it's just a matter of soothe. Like, all those sounds playing together, especially at the, first part of the first drop, just was a little too harsh just because there was so much going on. Like, everything's competing for that spot. So, yeah, I think if you put soothe on everything, even if it's just doing a little bit on each sound, I think it would seal the deal. I think you'd be sounding great. And then everything would fit a little better. Sub could maybe come down a tiny bit, but I don't know. It sounds pretty good how it is. So, nice one. Let's move on to the next song. What do we have? I guess I'm waiting for it to download. No. Are we downloaded? Gotta do that thing. There we go. Okay. On. Soflex, 125 BPM. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. We have not had any 125 BPM today. I knew we were missing something. Can we get a Soflex in the chat? This is some Vegas pool party vibe. Or maybe Miami. No, it's more Vegas, I think. This is really sick. I don't really have any suggestions for changing this. I don't think you should change it. Actually, you know what? Right there, that little you could add some chorus to that. Uh-oh. Are we finding out who this really is? Oh, is this an earhead? Is this a little trickery going on by Mr. Earhead? That's why it sounds so good. All right. That dude can do no wrong. Maybe a side project. Wink, wink. Well, maybe we should talk about your little side project. Wink, wink. Also, we need to wink wink talk about the other stuff that we wink wink left off on last time. All right. Well, that's sick. I love that. So flex. Yeah, definitely would love to put some of that stuff out on 19K if you're down. We're actually putting some house out pretty soon. We have like a couple different artists lined up doing some house stuff. So watch out. We got Cookie Dough and Tortuga coming up with the house. I'll keep playing their songs on the Throbbing Thursdays. Actually, that's the cool part about Throbbing Thursdays now, is that I can like play your guys' music that we get in the streams when I'm like, oh my god, this is such a sick tune. I can just save it and play it on Thursdays. So, yeah. SoFlex, holler at your boy. But also, Earhead, holler at your boy. Sorry if we gave it away. First rule about starting a secret side project: nobody can know about your secret side project. Okay, what's next? We got some more time. I think we might get through these. Spacewalk, something or other. Can I get the song yet? There we go. Spacewalk demo. Have you guys ever seen that untethered spacewalk video? It's so crazy. Space is tight, by the way. I'm getting like really into learning about it right now. Just learned what a supernova is. Okay, so good theme. Those effects could be a little quieter / sidechained. Maybe a little more reverb on them too, so they're more spacey and spread out. Also, main thing though is your sub to mid-range bass ratio is a little off to me. There's like a little, like not enough. I feel like there's not enough sub, a little too much mid-range bass. I would roll off your mid-range bass a little bit higher, like maybe around 80 to 100 hertz. And your sub definitely needs to be more prominent in the mix. So go back to that sub thing that I gave you guys and try dropping that in there. Here, I'll put it in here again in the chat just so you guys can grab it. It's like the only sub I use now. It just sounds perfectly thick. If you don't have camel fat, just use Ableton Saturator on it. Yeah, otherwise. Also, you could sidechain a little bit harder to your kick and snare. I think that would kind of help. Yeah. Good stuff though. We're killing it. We're moving. We got 3 more songs. We can get through 3 more songs. This one is called That's All. Why does it do the .cr download thing? That's so annoying. Why can't I just download it? Okay, there we go. That's all. I'm stoked that we're getting through all these, by the way. Oh, someone in the chat just randomly said everyone should have camel fat. It is the best distortion plugin that's like ever been made. So go get camel fat. You can only pirate it, so just go on a torrent site and get it because they went out of business and it's the only way to get it. Good tune. A little bit more out of my wheelhouse because, you know, not music that I know how to. Whoa, what is happening in the chat here? Oh, you guys are resharing the link for the sub. Okay. There's the link for the sub 10 times. No, get that link though. It's a good sub. Thank you for resharing it. So I do think your sub could come up a little bit. What else? That pad, the chords that are playing, I think you could add some more erosion just to give it more white noise fuzz. And then maybe get a little bit more of the low end out of it so it's not mudding up the mid-low area. Yeah, other than that, good amount of ducking going on. Vocals I thought were a little too washed out. I get that you're going for that like epic vibe. Where are the vocals? Yeah, just ease off on the reverb a little bit. It's a little too pushed back in the mix. Just slightly. Yeah, good tune though. Nice work. Okay. Oh, this is Full Swing. Oh yeah, yo, wait till you guys hear this Full Swing stuff. I'll play it on the old Throbbing Thursdays. I might play his whole mini mix on Throbbing Thursdays actually. Chris, you here? Full Swing, gang. Anyway, okay. What do we got? Tactics. This is the last one. Damn, we got to all the songs. I'm impressed. Usually I'm just dilly-dallying. Not Not today. We're not fucking around in here. By the way, I will leave this up so you guys can watch in case you missed it. Little Skrillex vibes on the vocals. Sub is a little too loud, I'll tell you that right now. At least on the intro it is. That sound is super loud.
Let's get it.
This sounds a lot more balanced right here. Yeah, so your mid-range bass, is just a little too like harsh and just like forward in the mix. It just needs to get like pushed back a little bit, ease it up. The horns could come down a little bit too. The horns could maybe be a little wider. That might be a good candidate for this plugin right here by Polyverse called Wider. You just do this. Boom, it gets wider. Yeah, I really like those vocal chops though. Those are sick. That's a really cool thing to be able to do. Nice work on that. Yeah, I mean, drums sound a little dry. I think you could compress them a slight tad bit more. I don't know. Yeah, I guess those things, if you just do those, you should be good. Nice one. All right, sick. Well, that was pretty fun. We got through a lot of music. I definitely heard some stuff that I liked and that I want to sign. So I'd say that's a success for everyone involved. I think what I'm going to do is put together a compilation. And I might start doing this like not semi-often, but like twice a year maybe. Will I be doing more feedback in the future? I'm going to be doing this. I'm doing this every week. This is a weekly thing. So every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m., I will be doing this. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to be posting some not rules, but like guidelines for how to get your song in here. I'm going to make it, I'm going to have a time window of like when you can submit songs just so that I'm not overloaded. Today, I mean, we got through a lot, but it was normally in 2 hours, I go through 15 songs, and that's kind of the pace that I like, because I can really get into it. I don't have to rush, because I think, everyone deserves like at least like 5 minutes of good feedback, because I've seen what it does to like producers and how it helps them get better. So, yeah, I don't know. I hope you guys like this. It looks like in the chat, it looks like everyone's kind of having a good time. Thanks for being like cool in the chat, by the way. That makes it more fun. Yeah, I'll be posting the guidelines though of like, the ideal way of sending me stuff. I think SoundCloud with a downloadable link is the way to go. So I think that's what we'll do. But nice work. Yeah, stay tuned for what's next. Tomorrow I am doing production starting at noon. So I'm going to work on some stuff. Haven't decided what I'm going to work on yet. I might polish up. I'm working on this drum and bass song that I'm really pumped on. And I might just polish it up tomorrow on the live stream and get it ready to get mastered. Maybe make a second drop for it or something. So, we'll see. Either way, you guys should tune in tomorrow. Oh, heard I got a new mix that's ready to come out soon? Yes, I do. I just got some other stuff happening too that's got to happen first. So, got a lot of things in the works right now. It's pretty exciting. Yeah. I mean, I've actually never been more excited about the future of my music world. A lot of it's because of like doing this Twitch thing more often now. Because I can like find new music from you guys and then we can put it out. I don't know. I've always wanted to use my platform to like push other people. So this is kind of like my way to find some artists that are killing it that might not have the reach and give them that reach via my label. Anyway, it's a long-winded way of saying yes, I have a mix. Putting it out soon. I'm trying to think of what else. Since we got a few stragglers here, I just want to show you guys this song real quick. This is the drum and bass song that I'm working on. I actually just worked on it before this and feeling pretty good about it, but I want to go in tomorrow with fresh ears and just work on it and get it I don't know, get it a little bit more polished. Oh, the new Ruska Dada DMB song. Yes, I have listened. I listened to an old version though. I haven't listened to like the released one. Anyway, consider this our goodbye last song. For that. Yeah, I just added these like little bass sounds, these little wonkers today, so that's what's gonna need some work tomorrow. But yeah, tune in tomorrow. I'm gonna work on that a bit. You guys can see like kind of I've created songs from scratch on Twitch, but I've never worked on like the tail end of the song on Twitch, like polishing things up, so that shall be tomorrow. Anyway, thank you all for being here. No, we don't need to save that. Let's look at the Milky Way galaxy for a sec. Look at that thing. Space is tight. Okay. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for being here.